Welcome to Alumni Field and WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan softball as the Wolverines get set to take on the Bowling Green State University Falcons. Hello everyone, I'm Zachary Linder. As the Wolverines come in on a 3-game losing streak after winning their first 5 home games. They'll look to turn it around here as they enter the game 18-9. Bowling Green is 14-8. Going through the lineup for Bowling Green, it'll be leading off in center field, Greta Lesperance. Batting second in left field, Peyton Dulles. Batting third at shortstop, Bailey Sample. Batting cleanup, the DH, Reagan Williamson. Batting fifth, the catcher, Lexi Carver. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Peyton Ham. Batting seventh, playing first, Sophie Weber. Batting eighth at third, Sarah Gonzalez. And batting ninth at second, Winnie Reed. The starting pitcher for Michigan will be Alex Taracco, coming in with a 13-2 record, 1.19 ERA on the year. First pitch is taken, and it's a called strike, and this game is underway. 0-1 count. Game time weather here is a cool 40 degrees, as it's been very cold in Ann Arbor the last few days. As the 0-1 comes, and a check swing goes fouled back, so it's an 0-2 count now. Staracco took the loss in Game 1 of Michigan's doubleheader against Nebraska on Friday, giving up 3 runs in the 7 innings. 2 were earned. 0-2 pitch is coming, and fouled back to the screen. Unless Prince will stay alive, the count remains 0-2. Alex Staracco, the second leading pitcher on Michigan's staff, with a 1.19 ERA. 0-2 pitch comes, taken up high for a ball. The count's now 1-2. Staracco only trails Annabelle Widra, who has not allowed a run, but has only appeared in 6 games and thrown 10 in the 3rd innings. 1-2 pitch gets fouled back to the screen again. So Lesperance stays alive once again. Count still 1-2. Lesperance coming in with a 347 average. And she gets struck out. And there's 1 away now here in the top of the 1st. Batting coming up now will be Bowling Green's left fielder, Peyton Dulles. First pitch comes, swing and a miss on a fastball. Counts 0-1. Dulles 338 average, including 4 doubles, 2 triples, 2 homers, 20 RBIs to go along with a 535 slugging. The 0-1 pitch comes taken, called strike. The count's now 0-2. So Staracco throwing strikes here early. She's ahead 0-2. Waiting for the pitch. Here it comes. 0-2 is taken upstairs for a ball. The count's now 1-2. In our game last Friday, she allowed 7 hits, struck out 7, and 2 walks. The 1-2 pitch comes, swing and a miss. That's back-to-back strikeouts for Alex Staracco, and 2 away here in the top of the 1st. As that'll bring up Bailey Sample, the shortstop for the Falcons. Michigan is ranked 23rd in the nation right now, but they are coming on a 3-game losing streak, including a doubleheader sweep at the hands of the Nebraska Cornhuskers last Friday, as the first pitch comes and is taken upstairs for a ball. 1-0 count to the Falcons shortstop. The count is 1-0. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. And a rising pitch, counts now even at 1-1. Just underway here at Alumni Field. No score in the top of the first between the Bowling Green Falcons and the Michigan Wolverines. 1-1 count. Pitch comes, taken up and away. The count's now 2-1. Bowling Green shortstop Bailey Sample at the plate. Alex Storako on the mound for the Wolverines, as she struck out the first two batters here in the top of the first. Count is now 2-1. Pitch comes, taken upstairs. 3-1 count. Sample coming in with a .286 average, including 3 doubles and 2 homers. 3-1 pitch, swung on and missed, so the count will go full. As Storako looking for a clean first inning. Looking to get the Wolverines up to the plate for the first time. Full count pitch coming, fouled straight back. Sample will stay alive. It remains a full count. Bailey Sample with 9 RBIs on the year and a .429 slugging percentage. So it's still a full count. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed. Foul tip into the mitt, and the side will be struck out by Alex Storako. No score here, middle of the first, as the Falcons go down in order. It'll be the Wolverines coming up next to bat. So Alex Storako gets through the top of the first, striking out all 3 batters she faces. The Wolverines line up, leading off in center field, Lexi Blair. Batting second, the DH Sierra Kirsten. Batting third, the right fielder Christina Burkhart. Catching, Hannah Carson. Batting cleanup, Melina Livingston will bat fifth and play second. Lauren Esmond will bat sixth and play first. Taylor Bump will play third and bat seventh. Ella Sealer is in left field batting eighth. And Ella McVeigh will play short and bat ninth. The key hitter to watch for is Christina Burkhart, the number 3 hitter for the Wolverines, who comes in with a .427 average, including 15 doubles on the year and 2 triples, no home runs. She has 19 RBIs and a .640 slugging percentage to go along with a .463 on base. The starting pitcher for the Falcons is Peyton Dulles, coming in with a 9-5 record in 16 games, 12 started, 10 complete games. She has a 1.47 ERA. That leads the Bowling Green pitching staff. So the leadoff hitter for the Wolverines will be their center fielder, Lexi Blair. Lexi Blair went 0 for 4 in Michigan's last game. 2 for 7 overall in their doubleheader on Friday. So the first pitch will come. It'll be taken, called strike. Count 0-1. Wolverines lost 3-2 in the first game on Friday, 7-4 in the second game. Looking to rebound from that as the 0-1 pitch comes. It'll be taken upstairs. That'll even up the count. It's now 1-1. Still in the top 25, ranked at number 23. The Nebraska series was their first conference games of the year. As the 1-1 pitch will come, it'll be taken. That's upstairs. The count's now 2-1. Wolverines will travel to Evanston, Illinois to take on Northwestern this coming weekend. 2-1 pitch comes. Bunted in front of the plate and no throw by the Bowling Green catcher. So that'll be a bunt single to lead off for Lexi Blair. And the Wolverines have their leadoff hitter on. And there's now a discussion between the umpires of some sort. I don't know what this is about. They'll bring up the DH Sierra Kirsten for Michigan. And it doesn't look like they're going to do anything. I don't know if maybe they were thinking that Blair stepped out of the box too early. But in any event, she is on first with no one out here in the bottom of the first as the Wolverines look to take an early lead. So Kirsten will step into the left-handed batter's box. First pitch, check swing, fouled back into the netting. In the second game, in that doubleheader, Michigan scored 4 runs in the first to take a 4-0 lead, but then did not score again and ended up losing the game 7-4. 0-1 pitch comes. That'll be taken. That's upstairs, so it's a 1-1 count. Kirsten coming in with a .340 average, 3 doubles and 5 home runs, 14 RBIs on the year. Slugging .700. That's the best in this Wolverines lineup. So the count's 1-1. Pitch will be taken inside for a ball. That'll make it a 2-1 count. Bottom of the first here, no score between the Falcons and Wolverines. Wolverines up to bat. Got their leadoff hitter on a bunt single. So the 2-1 pitch will come. That'll be popped up into foul territory down the left field line, but that's going to go out of play. So that'll even up the count. It's now 2-2. Opposing hitters are hitting only .183 against Peyton Dulles. It's been a very strong season as the 2-2 is fouled back over the net behind the plate. Count will stay even. It's still 2-2. Just underway here at Alumni Field. Wolverines looking to take an early lead in the bottom of the first after their pitcher Alex Storako struck out the side in the top half. 2-2 is taken downstairs, and it'll be a full count. So Michigan is working Peyton Dulles here in the bottom of the first. So the count is now full. 3-2 pitch. Runner going, but it's ball 4, taken low. So Michigan sent the runner on 3-2, but it didn't matter because the pitch was down. And with that, Kirsten will walk, and Michigan now has runners on first and second with nobody out. And that'll bring up their best hitter, Christina Burkhart, who has a .427 average, 15 doubles, 2 triples, does not have a home run, has 19 RBIs, and has stolen 7 bases in 8 attempts. She'll get an early scoring opportunity here. As the first pitch will come, taken, called strike. Counts now 0-1. Michigan getting their first 2 runners on, now looking to turn that into an early lead, as they do have their best hitter at the plate right now. As the 0-1 will come, that's taken inside for a ball. That'll even up the count at 1-1. No score here, bottom 1. Michigan led off with a bunt single and then a walk. As the 1-1 will come, bunt attempt will go foul back behind the plate. So it's a 1-2 count as Gottschall will get ahead. Hannah Carson on deck for the Wolverines. Wolverines have a very strong top 6 hitters, all hitting above 300. 1-2 pitch comes. That'll be popped foul into the bleachers on the third base side, into one of the upper rows. So they'll keep the count at 1-2, as Burkhart will stay alive. So 1-2 pitch will come again. That'll be taken down. That'll even up the count. It's now 2-2. Burkhart, one of 2 hitters for Michigan hitting over 400, along with their catcher, or second baseman, rather, Melina Livingston, who's batting 5th. So barring a double play, she will come up this inning too. 2-2, taken, called third strike. So Burkhart goes down looking, and there's the first out here in the bottom of the first. That'll bring up the Michigan's catcher, Hannah Carson, hitting cleanup. Michigan with a mostly left-handed lineup. Only Melina Livingston and Taylor Bump are hitting right-handed. So Michigan still has runners on first and second with one out. No score here in the bottom of the first. First pitch comes, taken, called strike. Counts now 0-1. As Gottschall, after getting the first out on a called third strike, will look to escape this inning with no damage and keep the game scoreless. 0-1. Here comes the pitch. That will be popped up to the shortstop. Infield fly rule is in effect, and it will be caught by Bailey Sample. So that will be the second out here in the bottom of the first. Gottschall's now one out away from escaping with no damage after letting the first two hitters reach. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Melina Livingston from Michigan, one of their two right-handed hitters, coming in hitting .407 on the year, only one extra base hit. First pitch, that'll be taken downstairs for a ball. Counts now 1-0. So it's a 1-0 count here with two outs in the bottom of the first. Wolverines have runners on first and second as they look to take a first inning lead. 1-0 pitch will come. That'll be taken. And that is in the strike zone. So it's now an even count at 1-1. Both teams with pitchers on the mound who have very strong ERAs. As the 1-1 will come, that's taken upstairs 2-1. Coming into this game, a 1.47 ERA for Gottschall, and for the Wolverines, Taraka with a 1.19. Both teams also have very strong tops of their lineups as well. The count is now 2-1. That pitch will come, and that's taken. It's in the strike zone, so it's an even count, 2-2. Gottschall is strike away from getting out of the first and second no one out situation. 2-2 count. She'll step back on the mound, take signals, and now the pitch will come. It's taken, and it'll be just low. Although Bowling Green certainly thought it was a strike. It was not called a strike. So now it's a full count here with two outs. The runners will be in motion. 3-2, two outs. Runners on first and second. Bottom of the first, no score. Comes the pitch, and that'll be lined foul down the third base side into the netting. So the runners will go back, and we'll have another full count pitch. Here with two away. Wolverines second baseman Melina Livingston at the plate. Lexi Blair on second, Sierra Kirsten on first. Runners will be going again. Full count with two outs. Here comes the pitch, and that'll be fouled into the netting down the first base side. So Livingston stays alive, and we'll have another full count pitch. Wolverines really working the Falcons pitcher here, hoping they can turn it into runs. That remains to be seen. The count is 3-2. Here comes the pitch, and that'll be grounded foul toward the Falcons' dugout. As the ninth pitch of the at-bat is about to come up. It's now 19 pitches for Gottschall in the inning. Full count pitch, and that'll be fouled back right over the press box. So Livingston really battling here to keep the inning alive and sending the runners in motion constantly now. So they're running on every pitch with a full count and two away. It's 3-2 again. Lined into left field, or rather stayed in the infield, and that will be caught by the shortstop Bailey Sample for Bowling Green. So Livingston battles, but ultimately lines out, and that'll retire the side for the Wolverines. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. We've played 1 here at Alumni Field. No score between the Falcons and Wolverines. So we're through 1 here. Storako taking warm-ups as we enter the top of the second. Looking at the defense for the Wolverines, in the infield, they have Lauren Esmond at first, Melina Livingston at second, Ella McVeigh at short, and Taylor Bump at third. In the outfield, left to right, will go Ellie Sealer, Lexi Blair, and Christina Burkhart. Hannah Carson is behind the plate, and Storako on the mound. Wolverines looking to rebound from a 3-game losing streak and prepare for a weekend series at Northwestern before they then come home after that and continue their conference slate with a game against Michigan State next Wednesday and then a 3-game series against Penn State after that. So the Falcons cleanup hitter, Reagan Williamson, is their designated hitter. She's about to step into the box. Falcons only have 2 lefties in their lineup. First pitch, fouled straight back. Counts 0-1. Storako struck out the side in the first. Looking to get another clean inning here. Gets ahead 0-1. Here comes the next pitch. Taken, called strike on the outside corner. That'll make it a 0-2 count, so Storako gets ahead. 13-2 record on the year for her. 17 appearances, 14 starts. 0-2, taken, and just outside. It'll be a 1-2 count. Nine of Storako's 14 starts have been complete games, including last Friday. 1-2, fouled back into the netting behind the plate. So Williamson will stay alive. Storako's thrown 80 in the 3rd innings on the year. 154 opposing batting average. Williamson is Bowling Green's best hitter with a 387 average as the 1-2 to her will come. That'll be popped foul. It's going to go out of play on the left field side. Ball was hit pretty far, but well out of play. So it remains a 1-2 count. Williamson, 3 doubles, 5 homers, 18 RBIs. Leads to a 677 slugging as the 1-2 pitch will come. And swing and a miss. Pitch was in the dirt, but tag put on by Carson. 1 away. That's 4 straight strikeouts to start for Alex Storako. So she gets off to a very good start. And that'll bring up the Falcons catcher, Lexi Carver, hitting .264 on the year. She'll take her first at bat from the right-handed batter's box, fouls the first pitch straight back, so it'll be an 0-1 count. It's now 4 or 5 hitters that Storako's gotten ahead of, and the Wolverines are going to have a mound visit. Maybe some confusion with signals. Yes, Storako's cruised to start this game, but there was something that someone didn't like there that led to all the infielders gathering with Storako and Carson at the mound. It's their first mound visit of the game here in the 2nd inning. No score. Top second. 0-1 pitch, 1 away. Here comes the pitch. That'll be taken outside. Counts even, 1-1. Falcons catcher on the year, 4 doubles, 1 home run, 8 RBIs. 1-1, that'll be popped foul. L hit off the press box roof and Karen back down into the seats on the first base side. So Storaka will get ahead now 1-2, looking for 5 straight strikeouts to start the game. Struck out 7 in her last appearance. 1-2 pitch will come. A very late swing, and the pitch will be fouled off to the first base near the Wolverines dugout. So it'll stay a 1-2 count with 1 out. Here comes the 1-2 pitch, and that ball will be a fly ball down the left field line, but foul well out of play, landing in the batting cages that are out on the foul side of left field. So it'll still be a 1-2 count. Carver making Storaka work. Comes the pitch, and it'll be just fouled off. Straight back. Didn't look like she got much of it, but she got enough to stay at the plate here with still a 1-2 count. Here comes. It'll be popped up on the first base line, and it'll fall. Looks like some confusion there. Second baseman Melina Livingston was the closest to it, but had to dive for it and did not get it. As it looks like there may have been some confusion on the part of the Wolverines as far as who was supposed to get that ball. So Carver will stay at the plate. Still a 1-2 count as she keeps fouling pitches off. No score, top second. Pitch from Alex Storaka will come, and that'll be popped foul, and that'll go up and go over the press box again. Already had several pitches hit the roof of the press box here on the first base foul side. The 1-2 pitch will come, and that'll be lined foul down the third base line out of the reach of Taylor Bump. So Lexi Carver really battling here. It's still a 1-2 count, but she's making Storaka work, trying to avoid becoming the 5th straight Falcon hitter to go down on strikes. 1-2. That's fouled back into the netting, so another foul ball, and she stays alive again. So the count is still 1-2. A lot of foul balls from the Falcons catcher. Comes the delivery, and that'll be grounded foul to the Bowling Green dugout. So we'll do it again. Has to be frustrating here for Storaka. She just cannot put away Lexi Carver. After cruising through the first 4 hitters, all with strikeouts. 1-2 pitch comes. That'll be popped up back behind the plate, and it will not be caught by Hannah Carson. Looks like she had a chance, but I think it hit the net. She didn't catch it in any event. So almost got an out there, but was not quite able to. And it'll still be a 1-2 count. So Storaka will step back on the rubber, looking for a put-away pitch that she has not found yet. 1-2 delivery, and I'll be taken well upstairs. Don't know if she was trying to go that far up, but definitely worthwhile to try to get a chase here after all these foul balls. Did not work there. That'll even the count. Is now 2-2. Pitch comes. Grounded foul to the Bowling Green dugout on the third base side. So it's a 2-2 count again. This Carver will step back in. Definitely in the double digits here for the number of pitches in this at-bat. 2-2 comes. And swing and a miss finally on a high fastball. So Storako will get the strikeout. That's her 5th straight of the game to start. 2 away here. And that'll bring up the Falcons' right fielder, Peyton Ham. That was a 15-pitch at-bat to Lexi Carver. Storako now at 38 pitches as her first pitch will be taken for a called strike to Peyton Ham, 1 of 2 left-handed batters in the lineup. Her pitch count is now at 39, very much elevated by the last at-bat, as the 0-1 will be a high fastball up around the neck level, taken for a ball. The count's now 1-1. So pitch count not exactly where she wants it for Storako, but she also has struck out 5 straight batters. It's the 1-1, swing and a miss on a rising pitch. Ham standing very far back in the batter's box. Her left foot is on the line. Her right foot's in the middle of the box. It's the 1-2, swing and a miss. She swings under another fastball. So that's 6 straight strikeouts to begin the game for Alex Storako, as Bowling Green goes down in order for the second time, but with a lot of pitches here. Now at the middle of the second, no score between the Falcons and Wolverines. So he's now getting ready to enter the bottom of the second. I apologize, I missed something back at the very beginning of the game. The first batter for Bowling Green in the top of the first was a ground out, not a strikeout. So that's 5 straight strikeouts for Bowling Green. The first 6 have been retired in order. It's not all been strikeouts. So we'll look now at the Bowling Green defense. Around the diamond, it'll go Sophie Weber at first, Winnie Reed at second, Bailey Sample at short, and Sarah Gonzalez in third. The outfield left to right will go Peyton Dulles, Greta Lesperance, and Peyton Ham. It'll be Lexi Carver behind the plate, and Peyton Goschel on the mound. So we're about set to get started here in the bottom of the second. Number 6 hitter Lauren Essman will come up for the Wolverines. First pitch to her will be taken upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Essman coming in with a .310 average. Says 5 doubles, 3 homers on the year, 16 RBI. Says the 1-0 will come and be fouled straight back. So that'll even up the count. It's now 1-1. Goschel labored through the first a little, allowing a leadoff bunt single followed by a walk, giving the Wolverines an early runners in scoring position opportunity, but they did not capitalize. She got out of that damage with a strikeout and pair of pop-outs. 1-1 comes, and will be taken inside for a ball. The count is now 2-1 to Michigan's first baseman. 2-1 pitch will come and be taken fastball upstairs. So Essman will get ahead. It's now a 3-1 count. So the count is 3-1 here. So Essman went 1 for 6 in the doubleheader on Friday. 3-1 comes fastball, late swing, swing and a miss, full count now. So it's a 3-2 count here to the leadoff batter in the bottom of the second. No score. 3-2 pitch comes, taken, and it's a called third strike. So Essman will go down looking on a full count fastball. That'll be the second strikeout for Gottschall. Both have been looking. And that'll bring up the Taylor Bump, the third baseman for the Wolverines. The senior's hitting just 200 on the year. First pitch, taken outside, ball one. Bump, one of two right-handed hitters for the Wolverines, as they have a mostly lefty lineup, in contrast to Bowling Green, who only has two lefties. So it's a 1-0 count. Pitch will come, and that will be taken off the plate outside, it looked like. So it's a 2-0 count. So Bump will get ahead here with one out in the bottom of the second of a scoreless game. 2-0 pitch will come, swing and a miss on a fastball. Got under it, it looked like. So that'll make the count 2-1 now. So it's a 2-1 count here with one away. Pitch will come, that'll be taken, and that is a strike. So it's a 2-2 count. So Gottschall gets it back to even after falling behind 2-0. Bump will step back in. Pitch will come and swing and a miss. And that'll be a Bump will go down swinging. Third strikeout for Gottschall. 2 away here in the bottom of the second. So Gottschall's retired 5 straight since allowing the first two Wolverines to reach. And now Ellie Sealer will come up, the Wolverines' first baseman. The freshman's hitting 154 on the year. Just one extra base hit, 2 RBIs. So 2 outs, no one on for Michigan. First pitch, he'll be taken upstairs, ball one. One-0 pitch. As Gottschall's getting signs, now she'll deliver. That pitch is taken, and that's a called strike. So the count is even 1-1. Sealer using the running start as a number of players use. 1-1 pitch. Takes that one on the inside corner for a called strike. She did not run there. It looked like she was backing out of the way a little, but the pitch caught the plate. So takes back-to-back strikes after a first pitch ball, and it's now a 1-2 count. Comes the pitch, and a fly ball out to center field. It's going far, and it is gone. Ellie Sealer hits a solo home run on a 1-2 count with 2 outs in the inning to straightaway center field. And the Wolverines are now ahead 1-0. That's their first homer of the year, and only second extra base hit of the year and 7th hit overall. And Michigan gets ahead early, which is what they wanted to do. They could not capitalize on their scoring chance in the first inning, but they got it here on a solo home run. That'll bring up Ella McVeigh, the Michigan shortstop, the number 9 hitter. 2 outs. She shows bunt here. There's no one on base. Pulls it back, and now takes the first pitch outside for a ball, so it's a 1-0 count. Wolverines now up 1-0 on the solo homer by Ellie Sealer to straightaway center. 1-0 pitch comes. Taken, called strike. Counts now 1-1. As Gottschall looks to get out of this with just the 1 run allowed. There's no one on base. It's an even count here, 1-1. Here comes the pitch. Be taken upstairs for a ball. McVeigh showed bunt, but did not offer. So it's now a 2-1 count. Wolverines looking for a little more 2-out magic to expand this lead. So it's 2-1. Goshel getting signs from the dugout. Now she'll deliver. And it'll be a grounder back to the pitcher. Throw over to first. That'll retire the side. So a run, a hit, no errors, no one left. After 2, it's Michigan 1 and Bowling Green nothing. So Wolverines lead after 2 here in Ann Arbor. So we're 3-2. Michigan is now up 1-0, looking to rebound off a 3-game losing streak. They had won their first 5 home games, so they don't start playing at home until middle of March because of the cold weather here. But then they lost their last 3. First was a 7-3 loss against Miami, Ohio last Wednesday, which came off a 9-1 6-inning win against Western Michigan. And then they were swept in a doubleheader by Nebraska on Friday. Their game against Nebraska last Saturday canceled because of weather. Now looking to finish this homestand with a victory before going to Illinois to take on Northwestern for 3 games this weekend. Northwestern ranked 9th in the nation right now, so that'll be a very tough test for the Wolverines, who are ranked themselves. So with that, the number 7 hitter, Sophie Weber, will come up for Bowling Green, their first baseman. First pitch from Staraka will be taken down and in, ball 1. Staraka retired the side in order the first 2 innings, 5 of those 6 coming on strikeouts. It's a 1-0 count. That'll be taken upstairs. So Staraka falls behind 2-0 to the Falcons 7 hitter. Weber hitting .324 in the year. 1 double, no homers, 6 RBIs. 2-0 pitch will come. That'll be popped foul over the press box. So the count will now be 2-1. So it's a 2-1 pitch. Here it comes. It'll be taken. Got the inside corner. It's a called strike. That'll even up the count. So Staraka comes back from a 2-0 count. Gets it even at 2-2. Looking to retire the first 7 and get her 6th straight strikeout. 2-2 pitch. That'll be grounded foul down the third baseline. So stay at 2-2 count. It's 42 pitches through the first 2 innings for Staraka, but a large part of that being the 15-pitch at-bat to Lexi Carver that did eventually end with a strikeout, but not until after a lot of foul balls, including a couple pop-ups that seemed like they could have been outs. 2-2 pitch will come, and swing and a miss. Staraka goes off speed and gets Weber off balance. That's 6 straight strikeouts for Staraka, 7 straight retired to start the game. And that'll bring up the 8 hitter for Bowling Green, their third baseman, Sarah Gonzalez. She's hitting .196 on the year. 1 home run, 4 RBIs. 10 hits and 51 at-bats on the year. She has 21 starts. The first pitch will come, and that'll be swung on and missed. Low fastball. 0-1 count. Staraka gets ahead. The 0-1 will come. That'll be off speed, it looks like, taken for a called strike. 0-2 count. Gonzalez, three stolen bases in 4 attempts. 1 of 2 Bowling Green players in the lineup to have multiple stolen bases. The 0-2 will come, and she'll strike out on a high fastball. Swing and a miss, 7 straight strikeouts for Staraka. The front 8 are retired. Bring up the 9 hitter Winnie Reed for Bowling Green, their second baseman, who only has 24 at-bats on the year, 15 games played, 9 starts, hitting .292. First pitch will come, be a fastball taken upstairs for a ball. It's a 1-0 count. Pair of doubles, 5 RBIs. 1 walk on the year to go with 4 strikeouts. The 1-0 pitch will come. It'll be swing and a miss on a high fastball. So it's a 1-1 count. So the count is even. 1-1 will come, swing and a miss, or foul tip into the mitt. So 1-2 count. Storako ahead, looking for 3 straight clean innings to start the game. Here comes the 1-2, swing and a miss, going off speed. That's 8 straight strikeouts for Storako. Retires the entire Bowling Green lineup in order the first time through. We're at the middle of the third as the Wolverines are up 1-0 over the Bowling Green Falcons. So mid-third here. Wolverines up 1-0. Alex Doraco's retired the first 9 in order for Michigan. Ellie Sealer hit a 2-out solo home run in the bottom of the second that gave the Wolverines their lead. They're looking to pad it as they have their first 5 home games. 3 of them they won on the 8-run rule. Only 2 of their wins went the full 7 innings. They've lost their last 3. They are 0-2 in conference play. But after this game, they go into a much more conference play. After this game, their only non-conference game the rest of the year will be against Central Michigan in 2 weeks from today here in Ann Arbor. So Lexi Blair will come up for the Wolverines to lead off the bottom of the third. She had a bunt single to lead off the first inning. 1 for 1 on the day. Just about ready here in the bottom of the third. 1-0 Wolverines. The score is the first pitch is taken at the knees for a called strike. So Gotcha will get ahead 0-1 here to begin the bottom of the third. It's an 0-1 pitch. Here it comes. Fastball taken upstairs. That'll even up the count. It's now 1-1. Wolverines at the top of the lineup here to start the third. Bowling Green will go back to their top lineup in the fourth. 1-1 pitch is taken, misses inside. So that'll even up the count, or make the count 2-1 rather, to the Wolverines' leadoff hitter, whose average is now up to .321 after the first inning single. 2-1 pitch comes. That'll be popped foul. Back into the bleachers. One of the upper rows on the third base sides. It's a 2-2 count. Blair second in the lineup with 6 stolen bases in 7 attempts. What you would expect from a leadoff hitter. As the 2-2 comes, line drive out to right center field. It's far, but it's going to be caught by Greta Lesperance, the Bowling Green center fielder. She collides into the wall while running backwards to make that play. So there's 1 away now. Good contact by Blair to start the bottom of the third, but not quite enough to get it out. 222 feet out in straightaway center. Ball was a little right of center, but close there. The poles are 200 feet deep. So 1 away, that'll bring up Sierra Kirsten. Wolverines DH walked her first time up. First pitch will come, swing and a miss. Looks like she was out in front of an off-speed pitch. So she'll fall behind. 1-0 Wolverines, bottom third. 0-1 pitch comes, taken upstairs, ball 1. That'll even up the count. As Gottschall has retired 7 of the last 8, but that other one was a home run that gave Michigan the lead. 1-1, fouled back over the net, straight behind home plate. So Gottschall will get ahead again. It's now a 1-2 count. So the count is 1-2. Gottschall getting signals. Now we'll deliver. Pitch, swing and a miss. Looks like Kirsten was out in front of it again. She'll go down and strike swinging. We strikeout number 4 for Gottschall. 2 away here in the bottom of the third as the first 2 go down. That'll bring up Christina Burkhart, the number 3 hitter for the Wolverines. She was called out on strikes in the first inning. The first pitch will come. That'll be fastball well upstairs for a first pitch ball, so it's a 1-0 count. 2 outs, bottom of the third. Wolverines lead 1-0. The count is 1-0. Here comes the pitch. That'll be fouled back, going hit the top of the net right behind the plate. So it's a 1-1 count. Seeing a lot of foul balls here early to all parts of the ballpark. These hitters are having trouble timing up pitches on both sides. So the count is 1-1. Pitch will come. Fastball taken down. That's a ball. It's 2-1 now. So it's a 2-1 count here with 2 away. Wolverines looking to make something happen and expand the lead. 2-1. And that pitch is taken low as well, so it's now a 3-1 count. Burkhart gets ahead. Burkhart 7 of 8 on stolen bases. She leads the Wolverines lineup. It's a 3-1 count. And that'll be grounded down the first base line. It's fair. Into the right field corner. She'll go for 2. She's going to third. The ball will come in. And that's a triple. And then the ball's thrown away. And Burkhart's going to score. It's a Little League home run here. As Burkhart gets a triple to the right field corner. And then scores on an errant throw. The error will be charged to the second baseman. That's Winnie Reed from Bowling Green will be charged with the error, allowing the run to score. So it's a 2-0 game. For the moment, the run will be unearned. That'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Hannah Carson. Wolverines catcher is 0 for 1 with a pop out. First pitch is taken. Outside it looked like for ball 1. It's a 1-0 count. Don't have a great angle seeing the plate here, being down the first baseline instead of directly behind the plate. It was certainly in the height range. I think it was off the outside corner. So there's the 1-0. That pitch will be taken, and that's inside. So it's now a 2-0 count. The scoreboard has it 1-1, but I don't think either pitch was called a strike. The StatCast says it's 2-0. So I believe Carson is ahead. Here comes the pitch. That'll be popped up, foul territory, in over the net, out of play. Lands just before the first row of bleachers, just above the Bowling Green dugout on the third base side. So the count is 2-1 after the foul ball. 2 outs, bottom of the third. Wolverines scored their second run on a Christina Burkhart triple, plus a error on a throw that really should not have been made, as the 2-1 will come, taken down for a ball. It's now a 3-1 count. So the Falcons really did not have a chance to get Burkhart out at third base. So that throw really should not have been made. It was made, got away, hit the fence at the Bowling Green dugout, and that gave Burkhart time to get up and score. 3-1, taken down, and is ball 4, despite the scoreboard saying that is now a full count. It will be a walk, and the Wolverines have another runner on here with 2 outs. So runner on first, 2 outs. Melina Livingston will come up. She's 0 for 1 in the game. She popped out, or lined out. In the third inning. First pitch will come and be fouled back. Counts 0-1. Livingston will step out and take practice sways. It's an 0-1 count. Runner on first with 2 outs. 2-0 game. 0-1 pitch is well upstairs. That'll even up the count 1-1. One run on 1 hit, 1 error in this inning. The 1-1 pitch will come, be taken at the knees. That's a called strike. So it's a 1-2 count for Melina Livingston, looking to keep this inning alive. One-two count, 2 outs, runner on first. Here comes the pitch, and it'll be taken up and away. Count is even, 2-2. So it's even count here in the bottom of the third. Pitch will come. Grounder foul to third base. So Livingston will stay alive. The count is still 2-2. Gosha looking to get out of the third with just the 1 run. There is a runner on first. Coming via a walk is 2-2. Rising pitch, foul tipped into the mitt. So Livingston will go down on strikes. That'll end the inning. It's 1 run for the Wolverines on 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left. They are now up 2-0 after 3. So you're through 3 here in Ann Arbor. Straka warming up for the top of the 4th. For across the outfield, we have the baseball team practicing right now. So they're set to take on the Iowa Hawkeyes this weekend. 3-game set beginning on Friday. The configuration here, you basically have the softball and baseball fields with their center fields almost touching. Slight gap between the walls. But we're set here for the top of the 4th. Bowling Green lineup was retired in order through the first time, so that'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Greta Lesperance, for Bowling Green. As the first pitch, bunt, fielded by the third baseman, throw to first, and safe. It'll be a bunt single. for Lesperance, and she is the first Bowling Green batter to reach in the game. I thought it was an out, but did not get the call. So Bowling Green has their first base runner of the day. Peyton Dulles will come up now that with a runner on first, no one out. First pitch, she shows bunt and offers at it and misses. It will be ruled an attempt, so it is a strike. The pitch was well upstairs. It's an 0-1 count. Oh, 1 pitch will come, and a bunt attempt popped foul and caught by the catcher. Carson gets it back right by the wall, so that bunt attempt is not successful like the first one from Lesperance was, and there's now one away here in the top of the fourth. Interesting to see back-to-back hitters attempt to bunt. First one got an infield, got a bunt single in a very close play at first. Second one popped out foul. Bailey Sample will now come up for the Falcons. First pitch, swing and a miss. It's an 0-1 count now. Sample, like almost the entire lineup, went down on strikes the first time. One out, top of the fourth. Michigan is ahead 2-0. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And it'll be a rising pitch, taken for a ball, steal attempt, and safe at second. Another one that I thought was an out, but ruled safe, and that'll be a stolen base for Lesperance. So she's now 16 for 17 on the year. So Falcons will get their first scoring opportunity of the day. Runner on second, 1 out. The count is 1-1 to Bailey Sample. Comes the 1-1 pitch. That'll be fly ball, well foul out of play. Looks like it went down the left field line. Looks like it went past the batting cages. So it'll be a 1-2 count. And the Michigan catcher is now going to come out briefly to speak with Storako. So that will count as their second mound visit. The umpire was noting that. Allowed a player visit plus a coach visit per inning. Michigan has just used 2 player visits to this point. Bowling Green has not had any. So 1-2 count. That pitch will be taken low for a ball. Blocked nicely by Carson. It's now 2-2. So the count is even. Wolverines up 2-0, top 4. But Bowling Green has their first scoring chance of the day. 2-2. Fouled back behind the plate over the net. So Sample will stay alive. It's still a 2-2 count. Cleanup hitter for Bowling Green, Reagan Williamson, is on deck. A Sample will step back in. Counts even. Here comes the pitch. And that's fouled back over the screen behind the plate again. Storako has had a very strong start, but it definitely looked like at times she's had trouble putting hitters away. He's given up a lot of foul balls. His 2-2 pitch will come. Taken, called third strike. So she'll get Sample. That's strikeout number 9 for her. The only 2 hitters to not go down on strikes have been the first 2. So it is 65 pitches for Storako now as a result of the foul ball. All the foul balls, including the 15 pitch at bat to Lexi Carver. As the first pitch to Williamson is a fastball taken down and away. Or correction, it was called a strike. So it'll be an 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch comes, swing and a miss off speed pitch. Like a changeup. That'll make the count 0-2. So Storako is strike away from escaping with no damage, as the Falcons have a runner on second with 2 outs. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. just fouled back into the netting. Rising pitch that Williamson managed to get a piece of, so she stays alive. So it's still an 0-2 count. Storako in the driver's seat. Comes the pitch. Swing and a miss on a changeup that Williamson could not time. That's strikeout number 10. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for the Falcons. 1 left on base. It's middle of the 4th as the Wolverines lead 2-0. So middle of the 4th here, Gotcha warming up for the bottom of the 4th. Falcons got their first base runner of the game with a leadoff bunt single. Lesperance got to second on a stolen base with 1 out, but could not get advanced any further. So it's still 2-0 Michigan. We get set for the bottom of the 4th, and they look to expand their lead. Gottschall done with her warm-up pitches. So the leadoff hitter will be Lauren Esmond for the Wolverines. The first pitch will come and be fouled back into the net. Esmond on the game is 0 for 1 after being called out on strikes back in the 2nd inning. Wolverines scored a run in each of the last 2 innings. So the 0-1 pitch comes, taken well upstairs for a ball, so that'll even up the count. It's now 1-1. Esmond rounds out a very strong top 6 of the lineup for the Wolverines, with averages above 300. As the 1-1 comes, line drive into center field for a base hit. So Esmond is on. She is now 1 for 2. And for the second time this game, the Wolverines get their leadoff hitter on. Although when they did in the first inning, they did not score. The second and third innings, their first 2 hitters were retired, and then they did score with 2 outs. Anyway, you'd still always rather see the leadoff hitter get on. Now bring up Taylor Bump, who struck out swinging in the 2nd inning, 0 for 1 on the game. So the first pitch will come. Fastball taken on the outside corner, called strike. That'll make the count 0-1. Runner on first, no one out, as the Wolverines lead the Falcons 2-0 in the bottom of the 4th. Comes the 0-1 pitch. Fastball way upstairs, up around the head level. Taken for a ball. That'll even up the count. It's now 1-1. So, Bump will step back in. The 1-1 count. Here comes the pitch. Pop up. Fly ball to left field. In foul territory. Is it in play? It is. It'll be caught by Dulles. Esmond will bluff tagging but won't go anywhere. So there's the first out here in the bottom of the 4th on a foul fly out to left field. 1 away, still a runner on first. And that'll bring up Ellie Sealer for the Wolverines, who, despite coming in with just a 154 average, hit a homer out to straightaway center her first time up back in the 2nd inning. Looking to do that again as the first pitch, rising pitch, swung on and missed. Count is now 0-1. So it's a 0-1 count. Comes the pitch. Taken at the top of the zone. It is called a strike. So it's a 0-2 count now. As Sealer will fall behind. Her home run was on a 1-2 count. As the 0-2 comes, taken, that's upstairs. Looks very similar to the last pitch, which was called a strike. This was not, so the count is now 1-2. 1-2 pitch comes. That pitch is well upstairs for a ball. It's now a 2-2 count. So Sealer takes back-to-back strikes, but then works it back to even. The count is 2-2. 1 out, runner on first, 2-0 Wolverines in the bottom of the fourth. Comes the pitch. Taken, fastball, inside. So 3 straight balls after 2 straight strikes to start. It's now a full count, and with 1 out, we'll see if they put Esmond in motion at first base. It's a full count pitch, getting ready. Here it comes. Runner started to go. It's a foul ball. Back into the net, behind the plate. So it's still a 3-2 count, 1 away. So it's not an automatic send the runner situation. So 3-2 count, 1 away, bottom 4. Sealer in the box. Here comes the pitch. Line drive to right field. That's a base hit. And it will be a single. Fielded just shy of the warning track. That'll send Esmond to third base. So the Wolverines now have runners on the corners with 1 away here in the bottom of the fourth. So runners on the corners. That'll bring up Ella McVeigh, who now just needs to put the ball in play and have a good chance of scoring a run. The number 9 hitter grounded out back in the second inning. So Sealer is now 2 for 2 after coming in with the lowest average of the Wolverine starters. And Bowling Green catcher looks like wants a mound visit, so the entire infield will gather. It's their first mound visit of the game. And the pitching coach, it looks like, will go out as well. Very long mound visit. Umpire not going out yet. And now the pitching coach will finally start to head back. The entire infield is still out there. And now they'll finally disperse and go back to position. So it'll now be runners on the corners with 1 out. Wolverines up 2-0 here in the bottom of the fourth. They're looking for more. As the first pitch will now come, it'll be taken for a ball off the inside corner. So it's a 1-0 count. McVeigh with the Wolverines' best scoring chance of the day. His 1-0 count. Pitch comes, taken. That's into strikes, and it's now 1-1. Both the Wolverines' other runs came with no one on. 2-out homer in the second. and a Little League homer in the third. So the 1-1 will come. That'll be taken in the dirt, 2-1. So McVeigh has count leverage now. So it's a 2-1 count. Here it comes. Pitch will be fouled straight back. McVeigh using the running start on all these pitches. See a number of softball players use. It's a 2-2 count. Big thing here is to avoid the strikeout. Put it in play, and you have a good chance of getting a run in. And now there's going to be a discussion as the Michigan coach is going to talk to the plate ump. I'm not sure what's exactly is happening. Maybe the base coach is communicating. But they're going back in position. Count is 2-2. McVeigh showing bunch. She'll pull it back on 2-2. Take it inside for ball 3, so it's a full count. 1 out, runners on the corners. We'll see if they send Sealer from first. With another full count, 1 away situation. Here comes the pitch. She runs. That'll be popped foul into the screen. It's cut off the screen, but that is not an out. So the count is still full. Probably see the runner in motion again. Does set up a potential double play on a strikeout. Also avoids a double play on a ball on the ground. 3-2 pitch, here it comes, and a looper to left that's going to go foul and be uncaught. So it'll stay a full count. So McVeigh surviving here. With a chance to drive in a run. The runners on the corners, less than 2 outs. Like to get that runner from third in when you have this chance. Putting together a good at-bat here, now looking to finish it off. The 3-2 pitch comes, it'll be taken, and it's inside for ball 4. So McVeigh walks and the bases are now loaded. So the lineup will turn over, and it'll go back to the Wolverines' leadoff hitter, Lexi Blair. Bases loaded, 1 out. Major opportunity for the Wolverines here to do serious damage and expand on this 2-0 lead at the bottom of the 4th. They could, obviously ambitious, but if they could get another 6 runs, they could end it in the top of the 5th. Here comes the first pitch. That'll be fastball taken upstairs for a ball. No open bases, so dangerous situation for Peyton Dulles if she falls behind. So 1-0 count. Bases loaded, 1 out. Here comes the 1-0. Pitch taken. Top of the zone, in the zone. Called strike, 1-1. Blair 1 for 2. Singled in the first, flied out in the third. Center fielder for the Wolverines looks at the 1-1 pitch that goes high for a ball. So it's now a 2-1 count. So it's a 2-1 count. Definitely something you like to see with the bases loaded. 2-1 comes. That'll be popped foul over into the bleachers on the third base side. So it's now a 2-2 count. Big pitch coming up here. Could either run the count full or be a strikeout for the second out. Obviously a pivotal at bat here. The 2-0 game, bases loaded, 1 out. Very important for the Wolverines to try to capitalize more on this situation. 2-2 comes, swing and a miss. A high fastball. So Lexi Blair will go down. Big second out. It's going to make it much harder for the Wolverines to score, but they still have a chance. Sierra Kirsten will come up. She has walked and struck out in this game. The Wolverines' designated hitter. Looking to get a hit and probably drive in a couple and make it 4-0. 2 outs, bases loaded, bottom of the 4th. Comes the first pitch. Fouled straight back, 0-1 count. Gottschall gets ahead in a situation she needs to get ahead. Wolverines had a scoring chance in the first inning. First and second, no one out. Did not score. Then had a 2-out homer in the second. 2-out triple plus error in the third that allowed a run to score. Now a scoring chance in the fourth. They're in danger of not scoring. 0-1. Check swing attempt. But Kirsten clearly went, so it's an 0-2 count. A high pitch. So Gottschall now a strike away from getting out of the second straight dicey situation. Not second straight, but second dicey situation for the Falcons starter in this game, and she has a chance of getting out of them both. 0-2 comes, fastball upstairs, ball 1. It's a 1-2 count. Kirsten hanging in, trying to get a hit and open up this lead in a game that the Wolverines would very much like to have before they embark on much more conference play. Comes the 1-2 pitch. Fastball dropped, but a called third strike. So with the bases loaded, Carver will just step on the plate, and the inning is over. So the Wolverines are not able to capitalize here. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error. They leave the bases loaded. And after 4 innings, the Wolverines lead the Falcons 2-0. So we're getting set here for the top of the 5th. It's 2-0 Wolverines. Alex Tarocco was only allowed 1 base runner to reach. It's a leadoff bunt single to Greta Lesperance in the top of the 4th, who then stole second but was stranded there. So a very strong start up to this point for Starocco. 10 strikeouts, facing only 13 hitters. She has thrown 69 pitches through 4 innings, as the Falcons have managed to foul off a lot of pitches and extend at-bats. They just haven't been able to finish them. And Lexi Carver will come up here to lead off the 5th. Struck out in the second, but on a 15-pitch at-bat. The first pitch will come. It's an off-speed pitch taken down low and away. So that'll be ball 1. 1-0 count. We're in the top of the 5th here in Ann Arbor as the Wolverines lead 2-0. Comes the 1-0. Fastball fouled back. That'll even up the count. It's now 1-1. So it's a 1-1 count. Fastball taken upstairs. It's 2-1. As the Falcons are only down a pair, so they're still in this game, but haven't put together much of a serious threat yet. The 2-1 comes, fastball upstairs, so it's a 3-1 count. No walks yet for Starocco, but she is behind 3-1 now. Bowling Green could certainly use a walk. They've only had 1 base runner this game. Here comes the 3-1. Fastball fouled back into the net. So that'll get it back to a full count. As Starocco looks to retire the leadoff hitter. Potentially get her 11th strikeout of the game. She only struck out 7 in the loss last Friday that she started. 3-2. Line drive, and it is caught by the shortstop, Ellen McVeigh. Kind of going into a half dive as she made the catch. Good range play. Not a particularly hard hit ball. But that'll be the first out of the inning. So one away here in the top of the fifth, and that'll bring up the right fielder, Peyton Ham. 0 for 1 on the game. The first pitch will come. Fastball well upstairs. It's a 1-0 count. 4 1/3 scoreless as the 1-0 comes swing and a miss on a high pitch. Stracco 4 1/3 scoreless. Only allowed 1 base runner to go with 10 strikeouts. So it's a 1-1 count now. Here comes the pitch. The fastball taken upstairs for a ball. Be 2-1. See Stracco working the top of the zone a lot. Getting a number of foul balls, not getting a ton of swing and misses. The 2-1 comes, and that is well in the dirt. So it'll be a 3-1 count. So she's fallen behind each of the first 2 hitters this game. Or this inning, rather. No damage so far. As a 3-1 to Ham will come. It's a fastball swung on and missed. So that'll get the count back to full. So it's a 3-2 count. Stracco throughout this game has worked into some deep counts, but has managed to finish at bats. See if she does it here. As the 3-2 comes, swing and a miss. Late swing on a fastball. Finishes the at-bat again despite falling behind 3-1. That'll be strikeout number 11. 2 away here, top of the fifth. And only 15 batters faced this whole game. And that'll bring up Sophie Weber, the Bowling Green first baseman. Struck out in the second, 0 for 1. First pitch, fastball off the outside corner, ball 1. The count is now 1-0. 2 outs here, top of the fifth. Wolverines lead 2-0. 1-0 pitch comes, taken, and for a ball, maybe high. Definitely looked like a strike. Although I don't have a great view of the plate. But it's a 2-0 count. Zone has been a little tight at times, it seemed. So the 2-0 comes. That'll be taken, and that's a ball upstairs. So it's a 3-0 count. So for the first time today, Stracco falls behind a hitter 3-0. See if she can come back, as she will get a strike in there, taking all the way with Sophie Weber. So I'll get the count to 3-1. 3-ball counts to all 3 hitters this inning. Stracco looking to survive it and still get through clean. As the 3-1 will come, swing and a miss. So she works it back to full. It's obviously not the most pitch-efficient way to do it, as she's up to 86 pitches now. But if it gets outs, the Wolverines will take it. So the count is full with 2 outs. Pitch comes, swing and a miss. So that'll be a swinging strikeout for Sophie Weber, her second, and the 12th strikeout for Stracco in this game. We're at the middle of the fifth. It's 2-0 Wolverines. And now there's some discussion with the Michigan coach and umpire. The inning break 90-second clock is not started yet. I'm not sure what's going on there. Discussion still ongoing and no timer yet. Not sure what's happening there. Gottschall is warming up. But normally there's a 90-second clock during inning breaks, which helps things move along fairly quickly. So we are set to begin the bottom of the fifth. Not sure what happened during that inning break, what the discussion was about with the Michigan coach. But in any event, bottom of the fifth set to begin. This will bring Christina Burkhart up to the plate for her third at-bat. The first pitch comes, fastball taken below the zone for a ball. Struck out and then tripled and scored on an error. So she's 1 for 2 in the game. Wolverines' top hitter, hitting well over 400 on the year. 1-0 count. Fastball taken upstairs for a ball. It's now a 2-0 count. So it's a 2-0 count. Burkhart gets ahead here to lead off the bottom of the fifth. Wolverines look to expand on their 2-0 lead. 2-0 comes. That's taken at the knees for a strike. It's 2-1. Definitely would like to be up by more, as they had runners on first and second, no one out in the first inning, did not score. Loaded the bases with 1 out in the fourth, did not score. They scored in both cases with 2 outs and no one on, as the 2-1 is a fastball upstairs, ball 3. That's not normally the formula to win. But backed by strong pitching from Alex Storako, they are still up. And Burkhart's now up on the count here, 3-1. As that pitch will come liner to left. That's going to fall in down the line for a base hit. So Burkhart is now 2 for 3. Leadoff single. Third time that the Wolverines have gotten their leadoff hitter on. Of course, each of the first 2 times they have not scored that inning. They would like to change that here. So Hannah Carson, their catcher hitting cleanup, will come up now. 0 for 1 with a walker last time up. The runner on first, no one out. Here comes the first pitch. That'll be popped up, foul territory. Is it playable? No. Goes just over the wall. Down on the third base side, lands in a grass area where there are some fans. Not a particularly full stadium here on a very cool Tuesday afternoon. The 0-1 will come. That'll be fouled straight back. Still a decent number of attendees. Hopefully as the weather warms up later on, crowds will become larger. As the count is 0-2 to the Wolverines catcher. Bottom of the fifth, no one out. Pitch comes, 0-2, line to left field. That's going to go right at Peyton Dulles, who will catch it. And 1 away here, bottom of the fifth. Burkhart's still standing at first, and that'll bring up Melina Livingston, who's 0 for 2 in the game. One of 2 Wolverines hitters, along with Taylor Bump, to not reach base yet in this game. Looking to change that here. Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a miss, runner going, and safe at second base. Don't know if it was a designed hit and run or not. The pitch was a low fastball that Livingston was not able to get, but Burkhart steals second and gives the Wolverines a scoring opportunity. Now a runner on second with one away in the bottom of the fifth. 0-1 count after the first pitch swinging strike. Here comes the pitch. And it's a pop-up that will be caught by the first baseman, Sophie Weber, coming in near over halfway to the plate down the first base line. So it'll now be 2 away. And that'll bring up the first baseman, Lauren Esmond. With 2 outs, runner on second. Wolverines have not capitalized on scoring chances this game, but they are ahead 2-0. The first pitch comes, taken for a ball. One-0 count. Wolverines have left 6 runners on as a team. 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors. So the 1-0 comes. Fastball taken in the strike zone, so that'll even up the count. It's now 1-1. Wolverines now 0 for 6 in risk opportunities. So the 1-1 will come. That'll be grounded foul toward the Wolverines on deck hitter. So it's now 1-2. Gottschall a strike away from escaping another runner in scoring position situation. Here comes the 1-2. Ground ball up the middle for a base hit. The runner will be sent. Here comes the throw home. Not in time. It's an RBI single for Melina Livingston. And it's a 3-0 Wolverines lead here in the bottom of the fifth. So for the first time this game, they get a hit with a runner in scoring position, driving in Christina Burkhart from second base with 2 outs. And getting that crucial third run as they are now ahead 3-0 here in the bottom of the fifth. So that'll bring up. The pitch comes here. Line and drive caught by the shortstop. That was Taylor Bump. As the hit came from. I apologize. The hit came from Lauren Esmond. She got the RBI single. Taylor Bump lines out, and the inning is now over. But the Wolverines get another run on a pair of hits. No errors. They leave 1. Through 5, it's the Wolverines 3 and the Falcons nothing. So we're about set for the top of the 6th inning here as the Wolverines lead 3-0. Alex Storako back on the mound. She's only allowed 1 base runner on a bunt single and a very close play in the 4th. Go with 12 strikeouts. She has thrown 87 pitches as the sheer number of strikeouts and foul balls has taken a toll on her pitch count. Still, though, getting hitters out, which is the most important thing, has a 3-run cushion to play with. First hitter for the Falcons will be Sarah Gonzalez. They're going 8-9-1 here in the 6th. 0 for 1 in the game. First pitch, fastball swung late on. It's an 0-1 count. 0-1-1 for the Falcons. 3-7-0 for the Wolverines. Falcons have left 1 on, Wolverines 7. Comes the 0-1 pitch. A check swing, but a called strike. And so the count is now 0-2. Storako gets ahead. Something she has not been doing super consistently this game, despite her overall success. As the 0-2 comes, fastball on the inside corner, called third strike. So strikeout number 13 for Storako. 1 away now here in the top of the 6th. She's lowered her ERA to 1.12 up to this point. Whip at .785. It's the first pitch to Winnie Reed. Bunt, foul to first base. As the Falcons' second baseman in the 9 spot tries to get the Falcons' second bunt single of the game, but bunts it foul. So it's an 0-1 count now. See if she bunts again. On the 0-1, she will not. She'll swing. Late on a fastball. Swing and a miss. Counts now 0-2. So Storako getting ahead here at both hitters in the 6th. So it's an 0-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. So Reed goes down on 3 pitches. Strikeout number 14 for Storako. 2 away in the top of the 6th. And the lineup will turn back over. It's Greta Lesperance, the leadoff hitter for the Bowling Green, coming up for the 3rd time. As the first pitch will come. Check swing, grounder to 3rd, foul. Lesperance 1 for 2. She got the bunt single in the 4th, which to this point is the only base runner for Bowling Green. Grounded out in the 1st inning. She has not struck out yet. Only hitter who can say that in that lineup. Here comes the 0-1. Fastball at the top of the zone. Delayed strike call. It's 0-2. As 6 of the 9 Bowling Green hitters have struck out in each of their first 2 at-bats. Comes the 0-2. Fastball upstairs. Check swing appeal. Did not go. Did not look like a swing from here. So it's a 1-2 count. Lesperance stays alive. Manages to hold back on the high fastball. It has been a fairly effective pitch for Storako, one she's depended on a lot. Here comes the 1-2. Fastball. Top of the zone. Called 3rd strike. Lesperance perhaps not happy with the call, but she goes down on strikes. The side is struck out in order. And that is now 15 strikeouts for Storako. Middle of the 6th, it's the Wolverines 3 and Falcons nothing. So we are back as we get set for the bottom of the 6th. So Peyton Gottschall's day is over. Went 5 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts. Seemed to labor through a lot of trouble. Even the 1st and 4th innings got out of major jams. So if the Wolverines could have capitalized on those, they probably could have gotten her out even faster than they ultimately did. So it'll be Sydney Stepp coming in to pitch for the Falcons here in the 6th inning. Coming in with a 1.68 ERA. Only 3 appearances, 1 start. It's thrown 8 1/3 innings on the season, allowed 2 earned runs. Whip of 1.08, opposing batting average 194. So it'll be the number 8 hitter for the Wolverines, Ellie Sealer, who will be the first to face the new pitcher, as the Wolverines will go 8-9-1 here in the 6th. So Sealer ready. Here comes the first pitch. Bunt attempt. Fouled back. I think it was a foul ball. So it'll be an 0-1 count. So Steph throws her first pitch for a strike. So the count's 0-1. Here comes the pitch. Line drive to center field. It will be caught as Lesperance ran in on it. And now 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. So with 1 out, Ellen McVeigh will come up. 3rd time through the order. Wolverines shortstop is 0 for 1 with a walk. 1 out, no one on here in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch, check swing, foul, just left of the plate. Wolverines up 3-0. 3 outs away from victory, but looking to extend the lead first. So McVeigh will step back into the box with an 0-1 count. Here comes the pitch. Taken off the outside corner, ball 1. That'll even up the count. So the count is 1-1 to the Wolverines' number 9 hitter. Here comes the pitch. Fastball taken low, ball 2. So the Wolverines will, at least, with only 1 away here, start their 4th time through the order. Obviously, they're hoping this is the last inning they're hitting. Falcons just started their 3rd time through the order in the 6th. 2-1 pitch on the outside corner, called strike. Off-speed pitch will even up the count. Is now 2-1. Or 2-2, rather. So the count is even. Here comes the pitch. And weak rounder to the pitcher on a check swing. It appeared perhaps throw over to first. It was a very low pitch that McVeigh had to reach out just to make contact with. 1-3 ground out, 2 away. With no one on. This is the situation the Wolverines have scored in. Each time they got this in the bottom of the 2nd and bottom of the 3rd. So the lineup will turn back over. And it'll be the center fielder Lexi Blair coming up for her 4th time through the order. Singled in the 1st and then flied out and struck out since then. So 2 outs, no one on. Step looking for a clean inning. First pitch, fouled back into the net. 0-1 count. Blair stepped out, but now will come back in as the Wolverines look to maybe give themselves a little more insurance. So here comes the 0-1. And she gets hit in the head. Looked like an off-speed pitch. Tried to duck out of the way, but could not. Looks to be just fine. Smiling, talking with the first base umpire. So the Wolverines have a runner on with 2 away. In a rather painful manner. But base runners are base runners. Sierra Kirsten will come up 0 for 2. a walk and 2 strikeouts. So here comes the first pitch. And a grounder on a hit and run, I think, through the left side for a hit. And Blair will get to third. She was in motion. Grounder to left for a single. Runners on the corners now, and the Wolverines are threatening with 2 outs. So the umpires will now rotate with the 3-man crew. We have the first base umpire well into fair territory. Now there's going to be a discussion between the Wolverines' third base coach and the plate ump. Not sure what perhaps a pinch runner? Yeah, I think they're going to have Audrey LeClaire pinch run for Kirsten at first. So Christina Burkhart will come up. 2 for 3 with a triple, single, and 2 runs scored. So Burkhart's 2 for 3. 435 average. Not surprising. With the 2 for 3 day. With runners on the corners, 2 outs. Here comes the first pitch. Fly ball, weak looper out to left. It will be caught by Peyton Dulles, so the Wolverines do not capitalize on the 2-out scoring chance. No runs, 2 hits, or 1 hit, no errors, 2 left on. It's 3-0 Wolverines after 6. They are 3 outs away from the 7th inning, from a victory as Storako heads back out onto the mound in pursuit of a complete game shutout. So we're about to start the top of the 7th as Storako's warming up. She has appeared in 17 games, 14 have been starts. This is her 18th game, 15 starts. She's had 9 complete games. This should be her 10th if things hold up. Has a 3-run lead to work with, has only allowed 1 base runner. 15 strikeouts, which with a lot of foul balls has led to a rather inflated pitch count, but still looking in good position to get a complete game out of this. Things don't fall apart here in the 7th. So it'll go 2-3-4 for the Falcons. Leading off will be Peyton Dulles. First pitch to her is taken upstairs for a ball. She's struck and bunt fouled out. 0 for 2 in the game. Only the Falcons' leadoff hitter has reached base. 1-0 pitch comes, swing and a miss. The high pitch. That'll even up the count. It's now 1-1. It's 1-1 count, 3 outs away from victory for the Wolverines. Comes the pitch. Taken down and away for a ball, 2-1. Falcons looking for life in their offense that really has not existed all game. This is their last opportunity. 2-1 pitch. Fastball taken upstairs for a ball. So Storako runs into count trouble at 3-1, which is something she's done numerous times throughout this game. Yet she's always managed to get out of it. Not the most sustainable formula for winning, but it's worked today. Here comes the 3-1. Fastball fouled back. Dulles got under it. They'll make the count full. It's been something that Storako's been very good at doing. She's fallen behind hitters at times, but even with the foul balls, foul ball on 3-1 still makes it 3-2. So here comes the 3-2 pitch. Fastball called third strike at the top of the zone. That's number 16 for Storako. And once again, she manages to work around count trouble. Gets the backwards K after falling down 3-1. One away here, top of the 7th. Bailey Sample, the Falcons shortstop, will come up. 2 strikeouts for her in the game. And her only 2 at-bats. Third time through the order for the Falcons. First pitch, fouled off. Right at the plate. Wolverines started going through the order for their 4th time in the 6th inning. Could not score any runs on it. But they have the 3-0 lead, 2 outs away from a victory before their trip to Northwestern starting on Friday. Here comes the 0-1. Off-speed pitch, and Sample gets in front of it and fouls it off. So the count is now 0-2. Storako up to 105 pitches. But still in command. Here comes the 0-2. Fastball way upstairs. Ball 1, it's now 1-2 count. Seeing mixed results out of the high fastball. Some swings and misses, some foul balls. Has not enticed as many whiffs as you'd like to generally see if you're a pitcher. As the 1-2 comes, there's a high fastball that is swung on and missed. Got it down a little lower. Sample had to swing with 2 strikes and could not make contact. So that's number 17 for Storako, and she is now an out away from a victory. So the Wolverines look to snap their 3-game losing streak. Bring up the cleanup hitter Reagan Williamson for the Falcons. First pitch to her is on the outside corner, called strike, 0-1 count. She has struck out twice, like many of the Bowling Green hitters have. Storako gets ahead here, 0-1. Here comes the pitch. High fastball, swung on and missed. Wolverines a strike away from victory. It's now an 0-2 count. Storako looking to complete a 1-hit shutout. Be her 10th complete game of the year if she can get it done. Looking to improve her record to 14-2. 0-2 pitch. Fastball upstairs, ball 1. So the game will go on for another pitch at least. It's 1-2. Wolverine still 1 strike away from a win. 1-2 pitch comes. Fastball fouled back into the net. So the at-bat will go on. It's still a 1-2 count. Williamson has a .375 average with 5 homers, 18 RBIs. Bowling Green has a strong top of the lineup, but they have not been able to do anything today. 1-2. Popped up in the infield. Should be playable. And it is caught by the second baseman, Melina Livingston, and this game is over as Michigan wins 3-0 on the heels of a 1-hit shutout by Alex Storako as their offense did enough. So it's Michigan 3, Bowling Green nothing. The Wolverines now improved to 19-9 on the year. The Falcons fall to 14-9. And the Wolverines will now travel to Northwestern to play a 3-game set starting this Friday before coming back home with their next home game being against Michigan State next Wednesday evening. That's all the coverage we're going to have here in WCBN Sports. It's a Michigan victory as they beat the Bowling Green Falcons 3-0. Once again, I'm Zachary Linder. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Have a great rest of your night, and go Blue.